We have some fantastic little experience needed remote jobs with huge, well-known companies such as Olipop, Yelp, and Nestle, plus some lesser-known companies. These jobs pay up to $85,000 per year, and they include little or no phone remote jobs, and the majority of them do not require a degree. So if you want to start a career in help desk tech support, or maybe you have a little bit of experience with social media, you want a remote job in order fulfillment or logistics, or you're open to whatever, as long as you can work at home with little experience and no degree, I found some great opportunities for you. So come with me as we scan through them. The company Olipop manufactures and sells prebiotic soft drinks, and they were founded in 2017. They're looking for a community manager to work full-time remotely nationwide in the United States. I did not come across any location restrictions anywhere on this job description. So what you're going to do is perform community management. That means you'll manage the day-to-day engagement across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and emerging social platforms, and respond to consumer comments and direct messages using established brand voice guidelines and engagement frameworks. You'll also perform social publishing support. That means you'll schedule and publish approved content across social media platforms using Nectar Social, while ensuring content is published accurately and according to established timelines. You'll also monitor social conversations and community sentiment while tracking recurring consumer questions, feedback, and emerging topics. You'll partner with members of the organic social team to deliver a cohesive community experience and work with other departments within the company as well as other stakeholders to ensure accurate communication. So this job is all about community engagement and social media. They're looking for someone who has a little bit of experience in community management, social media coordination, customer engagement, or related marketing roles, and you thrive in a fast-paced, high-growth environment. You're familiar with major social media platforms and community management best practices, and they'd like you to have some experience using social media management, publishing, or engagement tools. They'd also like you to be curious about social media trends, internet culture, and evolving consumer behaviors, and you have an interest in health, wellness, food and beverage, or lifestyle brands. And we can see on this job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $70,000 to $80,000 per year, plus they'll give you a bonus. If you want to start a career in help desk tech support, here's a great entry-level opportunity with the company Yelp. So Yelp's roots go back to 2004, and what they do is provide crowdsourced, user-generated reviews, ratings, and photos. And today they're looking for an entry-level IT help desk technician. They're hiring in the United States as well as in Canada. However, you do need to be located in the Eastern time zone for both positions. As we scroll down the job description a little bit, they do tell us in the U.S., this opportunity has the option to be fully remote in locations within the United States Eastern time zones. And looking at the one for Canada, for the most part, it is identical with the exception of the salary, and you do need to be located in Canada's Eastern time zone. So taking a look at the U.S. position, this job is entry-level, and you'll primarily be responsible for triaging all support requests, resolving issues, and escalating issues to the appropriate teams. So that means you'll use phone, chat, and inbound ticket queue to handle global employee IT service requests and respond to assigned help desk tickets and provide solutions for reported customer problems. You'll identify, troubleshoot, and resolve hardware and software problems or escalate if needed, so you need to be familiar with service level agreements and proper response times. So for this entry-level remote IT position, all they want is someone who has excellent customer service skills, and you're willing to learn new technologies, or you have a working knowledge of Google Apps, Office 365 for Mac and PC, and you're familiar with Active Directory, software-based phone systems, Jira Service Desk, SSO, those sort of platforms. And you're also familiar with writing technical documentation. And they tell us it would be an asset. It's not required. It's just helpful you have previous help desk experience. And as we scroll down a little bit, they share the salary, which is between $44,000 and $60,000 per year. And this is for the U.S. position. Taking a look at the job description for Canadian residents, they tell us they'll pay you between $53,000 and $65,000 Canadian dollars per year. And this job is, for the most part, identical to the U.S. one, with the exception of the salary and the requirement to live in the Canadian Eastern time zone. So if you live in the US or Canada and you're interested in this position, just go to their careers page and click on the appropriate job lead for US or Canada. So now let's talk about a great remote opportunity in order fulfillment and logistics with the company Nestle. So they've been around since the 1860s and they have their hand in a variety of products such as chocolate, pet care, infant nutrition, beverages, you name it, they probably have a stake in it. And today they're looking for an order fulfillment specialist. This job is full-time remote nationwide in the United States. However, they do tell us this job is primarily remote, but candidates located on tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut are strongly preferred to support in-person trainings, meetings, and other business needs. And that location is just preferred. You do not have to live in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut for this position. If you live anywhere within the United States and you like this job, definitely go for it. So what you're going to do is support the end-to-end order execution by managing stock allocations, monitoring order flow, and proactively addressing fulfillment risks that could impact customer service. So you do some demand and allocation management. That means you'll manage key order fulfillment and allocation parameters, including ATP scope of check, sales order horizon, and related system settings in partnership with cross-functional stakeholders. You'll also work with transportation, warehouse, customer service, deployment, supply planning, and other stakeholders to resolve order fulfillment issues and support timely delivery execution. And they have more details if you're interested in this job. Just read through the details. So you'd be a great fit for this job if you have a few years experience in order fulfillment, order management, customer service, logistics, distribution, inventory management, or a related supply chain function. Now they prefer, but they don't require. They prefer you have a bachelor's degree in supply chain, business administration, logistics, operations management, or a related field. That's just preferred. It's not required because they do tell us equivalent combination of education and relevant experience will be considered. And they also prefer, but they don't require you have experience working with ERP systems and order management processes, as well as experience supporting cross-functional supply chain operations. And those two things are just preferred. They're not required. Now, they do want you to have a strong understanding of end-to-end order fulfillment, and you're able to identify gaps, risks, and improvement opportunities. And you're proficient using technology and tools to support daily order fulfillment, including Microsoft Excel, Power BI, Microsoft Office applications, and ERP systems such as SAP. You have advanced analytical skills, you're customer focused, and you can manage multiple priorities. You're also a great communicator, and you're able to collaborate, build relationships, and influence across functions to support business objectives. And we can see on this job description, they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $56,000 up to $75,000 per year. Here's another social media related job, which is primarily non-phone. It comes to us from Nutrafol. They've been around since 2014, and they provide clinical grade hair wellness supplements. This job is for a social media associate. It's full-time remote anywhere within the United States. I did not see any location restrictions anywhere on the job description. And you'll be responsible for content publishing, calendar management, creator coordination, project tracking, and ensuring work moves efficiently from brief through approval and execution across Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, and emerging platforms. So you have to do some content and channel executions while staying closely connected to emerging social trends, platform updates, editing styles, formats, audio conversations, and creator behaviors. Provide community and partnership support as well as cross-functional and project management. So if you have a few years experience in social media, creator marketing, community management, or a related field, a strong understanding of social media platforms, you're highly knowledgeable about social trends, platform culture, creator behaviors, and native content formats, you'd be a great fit for this job. You can identify emerging trends and you know whether or not they're relevant and appropriate for a brand, and you're familiar with short-form social content. You're also familiar with social publishing, analytics, project management, creator management, and file organization tools, and they prefer you have an interest in hair wellness, beauty, health, lifestyle, or consumer brands. And they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $70,000 to $80,000 per year. Plus, they offer a really nice suite of benefits, including a monthly internet and cell phone stipend. Here's a great opportunity where you'll assist patients get familiar with other providers within the practice. So this job comes to us from Ophelia Health. They were founded in 2019, and they provide telemedicine treatment for, sorry guys, I have to spell this word, opioid use disorder. I had to spell that word because YouTube is kind of weird about certain words. But anyway, they're looking for a clinical operations associate. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. And what you're going to do is help patients who are currently working with a provider find a different provider within the organization. So a provider could leave the practice for whatever reason, leaving the patient without a provider, and you'll help them find a new one. So that means you'll coordinate patient panel coverage and transfers during clinical attrition, and reassign patients in the system, update internal records, and coordinate handoff logistics across teams. You'll also do some data analytics. That means you'll perform routine monitoring of existing dashboards to check that data looks correct and flag anomalies, and maintain, update, and audit Google Sheet trackers, reports, and lightweight operational models. You'll serve as an on-call support 1 day a week to triage and resolve routine clinical questions and requests, maintain updated documentation and SOPs, and assist with lightweight credentialing and licensing paperwork as needed. So what they want from you is a little bit of experience in operations, healthcare operations, or a similar administrative analytical role. High-growth telehealth or health tech startup experience is preferred. You're really comfortable using spreadsheets. You have experience navigating and reading BI tools, and it's a plus you're familiar with SQL. So this job will give you a work-from-home stipend, and as far as the salary, they tell us they'll pay you between $60,000 and $65,000 per year. Here's an entry-level project leadership position with Keller Postman. So Keller Postman is a prominent national plaintiff-side law firm that was founded in 2018. This job is for a special projects team lead. This job is full-time remote anywhere within the United States. However, you must be available to work Central Time Zone business hours. You don't have to live in the Central Time Zone. Just translate your local hours to Central Time Zone hours. So in this job, you're going to manage a team of special projects assistants. You'll frequently assess the skills and abilities of each team member to ensure that they are equipped to provide the highest level of service to case teams and other internal stakeholders. Basically, you'll play a key role in the training and development of each of the special projects assistants by providing on-the-spot feedback and coaching. So you need to be really good with Excel, and you have the proven ability to manage, motivate, and hold accountable a team of 5 or more employees. You're an excellent communicator, you can multitask, and you're able to learn and retain protocols. They want you to have intermediate proficiency with other Microsoft Office programs, and you can demonstrate experience delivering performance feedback, coaching underperformers, and developing junior staff. So if you have a little bit of supervisory or people management experience, including direct experience managing a team of 5 or more, demonstrated track record of leading teams in a fast-paced, deadline-driven environment, and a college degree, this one has your name on it. And I'm going to scroll back up a little bit because they showed us the salary somewhere up here. Yep, right here they tell us they'll pay you anywhere from $65,000 up to $85,000 per year. Plus, this role is eligible for a discretionary year-end bonus and benefits. So we just went over a nice selection of little experience needed remote jobs. Hopefully one of them works out for you. And if you're looking for more great opportunities, you can find some in this video right here. So have a great day, take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.